Okay. So a couple of things. One, you guys that are so desperate to assert this false form of autonomy, which is that you don't want to have to respect me. You don't have to do something I say because you feel like it's not even fair. Even if I'm like the king ant that knows what's going on, it's not fair that you're not the king ant and can't do whatever you want, right? And so you play this game where once I've stated a reasonable boundary, like for instance, covering your mouth when you cough, you guys are aghast. Who do you think you are? Who do you think you are telling me what to do? But I'm not wrong. Not wrong whatsoever. Proposed argument is we need to stop covering our mouths because these are just germs passing through us, and if we accept it, this and that. People die, people get sick. The guy who made that argument was old enough to die from these diseases that he's saying we should just pass around. So, what you guys do is, once I've expressed a boundary, and that boundary is reasonable in that circumstance of expression, you look for a circumstance that you can sort of blend into natural occurrence, something that would just happen just over time. And you try to blend in violating that boundary within those special circumstances, motions. So what this means is, let's say the person that's coughing is a sick elderly man, and he's not paying attention anymore, and it's not his fault. But for some reason, I ended up right next to them after I expressed disdain for this. Now, if I react here, I'm being unreasonable. I'm wrong for what I'm doing. I need to not be as judgmental. This increases your right to be judgmental towards me because I'm not respecting special circumstances. But if I don't say anything, then you can claim that I'm unintegral and keep up this momentum of trying to outsmart me. The issue with this is that if I call you out, you'll pretend that you're not doing anything, and that will increase my anger, which will make me more frustrated, more outlandish within a scene that you can clip and sell to an audience that is desperate for an excuse to deny me. Now what we have next, I informed you of this individual right here, and they're very smart. They chose a joker position. They found out that they were in the wrong, that they weren't going to get whatever they wanted, and they didn't want to admit that because they knew that if they said that they were wrong, that we would just force them to change regardless. And so they took a hold joker position, which is they use the space, the gap of confirmation, to claim that they could not see a difference between our behavior and theirs. These are the executions that remove this problem. So one of the things that was happening is that I believe that everyone is supposed to make the best effort to keep everyone else alive. This means that even if you're attacking me, I have to figure out why you're attacking me and solve that problem, communicate with you, reach that point of connection. This has been taken advantage of by people who would kill me or rape me, stating, no, you said that you cannot kill people, so you have to stay like that. You said you can't fight or kill people, so you can't stop me. Jesus' exploit states that it isn't their fault that they're doing what they're doing. It isn't their fault that they're killing me. So, they use this false innocence to justify their continued misbehavior. However, their awareness of this innocence hack breaches a level of shared conscientiousness that allows for their removal to protect others. Let's say a serial killer decides to say, y'all all agree that it's not my fault I'm doing what I'm doing, and y'all all agree that you can't kill people when it's not their fault, so if you kill me, you'll get killed by something that's not your fault, and so you can't stop me. And they go around just continuing to murder. Now, the loss that they're creating is so high that it's actually relatively better to eliminate them while they're using these innocence hacks. Another one of these hacks is a statement that goes like this: you have killed or punished me and not allowed me the opportunity to change or explain. What this is used for is the excuse to no longer allow others the opportunity to change or explain when attacking them. This is a ready, prepared strategy, a scheme used to make it seem as if they are doing nothing wrong when they invade, when they militarize murder. The issue with this is that prior to their position, they know that with their distance, with the gap of disconfirmation, so long as they don't explain themselves, and so long as they don't change, even if they know that what they're doing is wrong, but just don't want to deal with the consequences, no matter when they're killed, no matter when they're punished, they can say, you didn't let me explain, it wasn't my fault that I wasn't explaining, and you did not give me the opportunity to change. The issue is, once they're aware of these facts, that is when they are supposed to, as an individual cell, make those changes for themselves. Without this, they are contributing to cancer, taking away from our shared environment and increasing the conflict that we deal with. So because of their awareness of this innocence hack, it means that no matter how long we would have waited, they would not have changed. No matter how long we would have waited, they would not have actually made the effort to communicate or explain. No matter how long we would have waited, they would have kept doing what they were doing. Now, perhaps there's an opportunity for them to say, all right, it's been too long, y'all can't punish me for it anymore. The issue is they keep doing it. Even if that was the strategy you were trying to use, you kept going. That is the problem. So, in this circumstance, it is okay to eliminate this person for the well-being and safety of others. The argument is, if we eliminate them, then it's not their fault that they died, and thus there will be consequences, attacks from nature that are not our fault, that will have no concern for us. However, we have concern about these ethical challenges. We care about them. We don't pretend that we don't understand them. We don't pretend that we don't see them. We acknowledge them, and we address them as honestly as we can. These people were not doing that. They were avoiding the consequences of their actions and hiding behind us who honestly address and face these challenges. As a result, there will be some loss. There will be some dying. It is too late to change. This is going to happen. I'm not faking. I'm not over-exaggerating. This is not anger. This is the next logical move to help everything. They will cry. They will say it's not their fault. They will claim that we did things worse than them. This is the time that I allow you to be unempathetic, unsympathetic, and to ignore people suffering, because this is a necessary loss that needs to happen. Their argument is that if we remove them, then that loss contains the loss implication that will increase conflict. However, the loss implication of them dying is not as high as the loss implication of them continuing to take advantage of us and our resources. And so actually we will gain more and stall the problem even longer by eliminating them. The accusation is that I've done things in my past, and the people I'm addressing were the ones that did these things in my past. And that because of this, a gap in disconfirmation can be used against me to claim that I am one of the people that need to be lost. I am willing to face that challenge. I am willing to accept that. I know I'm right. I know what you're doing. So I know that I'll survive regardless. I apologize to any of the family members, to any of the parents of these individuals that will be lost. But they were given too much time. They were given too much opportunity. We conquered them and held them down so that they could be explained to. And they thought that so long as they didn't listen, that they couldn't know better enough to be held accountable. The cancer is growing too big, so much so that I am losing a bit of my self-control. And I'm a very tempered person. This is the trade that we're making for everyone's survival. I apologize.